Good afternoon, students. So on last class I discussed the hybrid parameters. I have shown how to find the calculated values of hybrid parameters. So this problem also I have discussed. This is the third problem which I have discussed on that class, and how to find the calculated value for this specific problem. I have shown that. Today I will show how to find the observed value of all the hybrid parameters. So first of all, see, this is main circuit diagram. All of you can see your copy. So for finding H11 and H21, that is H11 is, I think you have you can remember, H11 is your impedance, and H21 is your which parameter? This is a current gain. So first of all we will find these two. So this is the circuit arrangement. That means, you know, whenever we are finding H11 and H21, for that we have to make the output port shorted. That means V2 equal to 0. So obviously the source voltage, the applied source voltage, 10 volt, that should be connected here across the 1 dash terminal, isn't it? So your V1 will be equal to Vs and I1 will be equal to Is, and V2 equal to 0. So you have to find H11 and H21. So you know the formula. H11 is V1 by I1 and H21 is I2 by I1. Now you can't find directly the hybrid parameters, that's observed value of hybrid parameters. That's why you have to find this V1, I1, I2, I1. Okay, so calculated value of H11 462 ohm, that already you have got, and H21 is minus 0.398, and some of you have written minus 0.4. That is also okay. So now for finding observed value of H11 and H21, you have to find the observed value of I1 and I2 also, because see, H11 is V1 by I1 and H21 is I2 by I1, right? So V1 is what? V1 is nothing but your source voltage, and source voltage is 10 volt. Whenever you are finding the calculated value, whenever you are finding the observed value, for each case your V1 will remain same. That means as it is your source voltage, applied voltage, so that will remain 10 volt for finding the observed value also. So we have not written the parameter V1 here. Okay, now V1, then I1 and I2. Okay, now you have to find observed value of I1 and I2. So first of all you have to write the calculated value of I1, I2, so that whenever we will find the observed value of I1 and I2, we can compare and you can write the deviation here. So after finding I1 and I2, you have to find H1 and H21. Actually I1 and I2 are required to be found for finding the observed value of H11 and H21. That means dividing observed value of V1 by observed value of I1, you can find observed value of H11, and dividing observed value of I2 by observed value of I1, you can find observed value of H21. Okay, that's why first of all you have to find the observed value of I1 and I2, and observed value of V1 is how much? That is 10 volt. Means for both calculated and calculation portion and experiment portion, V1 will remain same as it is your source voltage. Okay, now come to this arrangement. See, this is the arrangement actually for finding H11 and H21, but you know already I have discussed, as it is shorted, so all the current flowing through 330 ohm will directly flow through this 2 dash terminal. So we can remove this 220 ohm for finding the observed value of I1 and I2. Okay, so this is the arrangement: 330 ohm, 330 ohm, 220 ohm. Okay, so now see, first of all see clearly, this is my arrangement. This is 330 ohm, this is 220 ohm, and this is 330 ohm. So one lead of each resistors are connected at the same point. That means one lead of this 330 ohm, one lead of this 330 ohm, and one lead of 220 ohm. These three are connected at the same terminal. See, this lead of 330 ohm, this lead of 330 ohm and this lead of 220 ohm, these three are connected at the same point, that means same vertical line. Okay, and this 330 ohm is connected to another 220 ohm. Okay, but as we are considering this 220 ohm, we will not consider this 220 ohm as no current is flowing through this. So the arrangement will be this, that means we are not considering this 220 ohm. So you can remove this 220 ohm. So here you have to connect, see the circuit, here you have to connect the terminal, the positive terminal of the 10 volt, here you have to connect the negative terminal of the 10 volt, that is source voltage. So here you have to connect the connecting wire, red connecting wire, which is connected to the positive of the 10 volt, and here you have to connect the black the connecting wire which is coming from the black portion, that is black node, which is the negative terminal of the 10 volt. And see, these two are shorted, isn't it? This lead of 220 and this lead of 330, these two will be shorted. So you can do this thing, this 330 and this 220, this lead of 220 and this lead of this 330, these two will be connected at the same vertical line, as these two are shorted, these two leads are shorted. Okay, now see, these two are connected at the same vertical line, same vertical line. Okay, now see, we are using this switch A, that means positive terminal of switch A and negative terminal of switch A, and now turn it on, and I have fixed this voltage already 10 volt, 10, see, it is visible 10 volt. Okay, now positive terminal will be connected to the, positive terminal will be connected to the open lead of 330 ohm. Now see properly, see, this is the positive terminal. Again see, this is the connecting wire coming from the positive terminal, and this is the connecting wire coming from the negative terminal, black terminal. So this positive terminal will be connected to the, just see this, open lead of 330. Okay, positive terminal is connected to the open lead of 330, and these two resistors are connected to the same vertical line. Now the negative terminal, you just see my negative terminal, the connecting wire coming from this black terminal, that is negative terminal. Negative terminal will be connected at the common line or reference line. Okay, so this lead of this resistor, this lead of this resistor, and this connecting wire, negative terminal of the connecting wire, all these three are connected at the same vertical line. Now I have to find I1 and I2. I1 and I2. Okay, I1, for finding I1 you have to remove this terminal of 330 ohm, and you have to place the multimeter in between this open lead of 330 ohm and the positive terminal of the 10 volt. Now see this multimeter. You have to connect this in this knob in this ampere mode, and this terminal, okay, this knob at this ampere. Okay, Now do one thing first. You know this multimeter actually shows third up to third point after decimal. After decimal it will show up to third digit. Okay, so we can write this 0.0216. We can write 0.021 0.021 because why you have written this? Because we have to compare this calculated value with the observed value, and multimeter reading shows up to third digit after the decimal point 1, 2, 3. That's why we have written the calculated value also in the third 3-digit mode. Okay, and similarly you can write this value, that means I2 minus 0.00. Let me write here minus 0.008. Okay, is after decimal up to third digit minus 0.008. Now see, see this. So this is the positive terminal. Okay, now I will remove this and I will place this positive terminal of the 10 volt somewhere else. Now this is the open lead of 330. Now I have to place the two terminals of the multimeter between open lead of 330 and open lead of 330 and positive. This is the open lead of 330 and this is the positive terminal of the 10 volt. Now see, .022, 0.021, it's fluctuating, so it remains steady more at that 0.022. So write point, though it's showing 0.021 also, but you write 0.022. 0.021 also you can write, but it remains fixed mainly at 0.022. So write the observed value at 0.022. That means calculated value is 0.021 ampere and observed value is 0.022 ampere. Okay, thus you can find the deviation. This deviation you write yourselves. Now I2. I2 means this. Now you have to open this terminal of 330 and you have to place the multimeter between this short path and 330. Now see. Now again connect this lead, this positive terminal of the 10 volt at the 330 ohm, at the open lead of 330 ohm. Now it is closed, and now open this lead of this 330 ohm and place the two terminals of the multimeter .008. See, exactly 0.008. .008. So calculated value is minus 0.008 and observed value obviously minus 0.008. Okay. Now divide the observed value of V1 V1 is what? V1 is 10 volt. By observe V1 will be it will remain same. By observed value of I1, observed value of I1 is 0.022, and after calculating you will get the observed value of H11, and here divide observed value of I2. H21 is I2 by I1, so observed value of I2 is minus 0.008 by observed value of I1 is 0.022, and you will find observed value of H21, and you can find the deviation. It is 0.001. okay, and here deviation is 0. So here you find these two value and write the deviation at your rough copy. Now for finding H12 and H22 you have to make this arrangement. That means right now your V2, for finding H12 and H22 you have to make the input port open. That means input port open means no voltage should be applied here. This port is open, no current will flow through this, so obviously the source is to be applied at the output port. So your V2 will be equal to Vs 10 volt, V2 will be 10 volt this time, and I2 will be equal to Is. Okay, now you have to find H22. H22 formula is I2 by V2, so you have to find the observed value of I2 and observed value of V2, and observed value of V2 actually you don't have to find, because observed value of V2 will be also 10 volt because it is equal to the source voltage, and you have to find H12. H12 is V1 by V2. So observed value of V2 is 10 volt, and you have to find the observed value of V1. So for this, first of all you have to make this arrangement, and for finding I2 you have to, what you have to do? For finding I2 you have to remove the positive terminal of the 10 volt from here, and you have to place the multimeter in between these two. That means in between this common point and the positive terminal of the 10 volt. Okay, for finding I2. And for finding V1, what you have to do? For finding V1 you have to place two terminals of the multimeter across this. Isn't it? No need to connect this because no current is flowing through this, so the voltage across this is the voltage across this. Okay, so first of all let me make this arrangement. Okay, see the black terminal, that is the negative terminal. This is the negative terminal coming from the black switch. It should be connected at the reference point or common point. No need to remove this. But now the position of the positive terminal of the 10 volt will change. Okay, so its position will change right now. Okay, now you have to connect, see, this 220 ohm. So this 330, this is 330, this is this 330, 220, and this 220. That means here you have to connect another 220. And see, this 220, this lead of this 220 will, this lead of 220 will be connected to the 330 ohm. This lead is connected to the 330 ohm, and this lead of 220 will be connected at the common point or reference point. So see carefully, this lead of 220 is connected at the common vertical line, where one lead of negative terminal of the 10 volt and one lead of this vertically connected 220 ohm resistor is connected. And okay, now you have to, and this lead will see, this is open, this is open, so obviously no voltage is connected between here and here. So this is your 1 dash terminal, so 1 dash terminal will remain open, and this is the positive terminal of the 10 volt coming from the red switch, that will be connected at the where here, that is this, and this is the same point, so this will be connected to the this common point of this 330 and this 220. So red's connecting wire, that is the connecting wire coming from the positive terminal of the 10 volt will be connected at the common point of this 330, this lead of 330 and this lead of 220. So this is the common point where this lead of this 330 and this lead of this 220 are connected. So, and this is the connecting wire coming from the positive terminal of the 10 volt. So these three are connected at the same vertical line. Okay, now first of all you have to find which value, this I2, because H22 is I2 by V2. So I2, for finding I2 you have to remove this positive terminal from this and you have to place somewhere else, so that you can place two terminals of the multimeter in between these two. Okay, so this is, now say this is the 0.06, it's showing 0.065, okay. .065, and your I2 is, calculated value of I2 is 0.064 ampere and observed value is 0.065 ampere. So difference is how much? If you find the difference between these two, so 0.001, only the, no need to write the magnitude, only you have to write the deviation, that is difference between these two. Okay, so this is 0.064, this is 0.065, so difference is 0.001, very small deviation. Now V1 calculated value is 3.96. For finding V1, you have to connect this open lead of the positive terminal of 10 volt again at its place. Okay, so V1, that means this 1 dash terminal, open lead of 1 dash terminal. This is to 10 volt, it is connected to 10 volt. The source. Oh sorry, it's first of all you have to connect this at the voltage. This is your volt, and you have to place this knob of the multimeter at this voltage mode. Okay, now connect the terminals of the multimeter. Fluctuating between 3.4 just a minute. 3.99, 3.96. Okay, 3.99. I think it's showing 96, 98, 99. You write 3.99. Though it's fluctuating. Okay. 3.99. So 0.03 deviation. H12. So H12 is your V1 by V2. So observed value of V1 is 3.99. Observed value of V2 is how much? 10. Find this. And H22 is I2 by V2. Observed value of I2 is 0.065. Observed value of V2 is 10. So find this. And so your work is you have to find the observed value of H12, H22, and you have to write the deviation for this table, for this observation table. And for first step observation table, you have to find the observed value of H11 and H21. You have to write the deviation accordingly. Okay, so this is the time. So almost exact values we have got. So thus you can verify the this theorem. So thus we can verify your hybrid parameters practically also by experiment also. Thank you all for attending this class.